Oh, we've got another game coming up. Shelley, are we online?
We are online, yes.
I've got confirmation that we are online. It's Western Province versus Gauteng. We're getting pictures taken of our fancy microphone commentating mic. The game is underway. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, joining me in the sub box is Sharon from Gauteng. Joining me once again. This is this under 19s?
This is under 19s, yes.
Under 19 Western Province versus Gauteng. Lance, well refed. Good game. Western Province with the ball. Looking at setting up some attacking play. Ball down in the corner. Gauteng with the ball now. Turnover ball. Gauteng coming out of their half.
Again, a couple of the World Cup players coming back to play for their provinces. It's definitely brought the level up quite a bit. You can see they're playing with a lot of confidence, and that's great for the game of touch to see how they bring what they've learned and just help to improve the game.
Absolutely.
So rumour has it this province team has done very well so far in this tournament.
Okay.
So probably the toughest game for Gauteng so far. So it'll be interesting to see how they take the challenge.
Absolutely. Gauteng doing well to send shooters up to try break down that momentum of the Western Province players. Oh, that's good speed, but a good touch, good recovery by the defender there. Number 10 on number 10. How's that? Sharon, do the numbers have any bearing on the positions in touch rugby?
Not really. It's more about the player's attachment to the number, I think.
Hey, that's my favourite number.
I know, especially with the gents, they fight over number 10 quite a bit, and then possibly number 7. But
Okay.
generally, it's just your favourite number, possibly a birth date. They don't link to any positions like in rugby.
Okay. So in touch, you'll have six players on the field, and there'll be two mids, obviously in the middle, 2 links which will flank the mids, and then 2 wings which will be your wide players, generally your good finishers and your quicker players, and also your good coordinators on defense are your wingers. Would you agree with that, Sharon?
Definitely agree. A lot of people have this misconception that your wings are your weaker players, but they actually have quite a vital role in terms of communication and in terms of finishing. It's generally your wingers that'll be open for the long balls, so if their hands are good, it makes them very classy wingers.
Absolutely. So quite a physical game this so far. There's some hard touches coming in. The attacking team will try to look at securing that ball in a dump or in a contact situation. The defensive team might look at actually disrupting that dump.
Anything to kill flow and momentum is what teams will try and aim for.
Absolutely.
Especially in a
hands.
guys' game, just unlucky not finishing the pass there. But in the guys'
going
game,
to
it
ground.
does tend to get a bit more intense, a bit rougher. So securing the dump, as we call it, is definitely part of the game plan.
Absolutely. Gauteng coming out of their half. Driving pattern play. Good long pass. Getting the ball to the sub box. The ref has blown for something. He has blown a...
So he's called for around the ruck and said that Gauteng didn't get a decent advantage, so he's brought them back for the penalty. Looks like Province are going to have to defend now. Got Dre also returning from an ACL injury, seems to be playing with a lot of confidence.
That's good to see. It's always nice to see a player coming back from injury. Sharon, you mentioned you've done your ACL.
Correct, unfortunately. Did it end of 2016 playing sevens rugby. Just one of the natures of playing sport at a high level. You always have a risk of injury.
Chance on the outside, yeah. I'm just running out of space. Sharon, well, I guess welcome to the ACL club.
Yeah. Dre, going back to him, he unfortunately missed out on seniors this year, but made it back in time to play in the World Cup.
Well done.
So Province looking to set up a solid drive.
Oh, that was quite a physical touch. The ref has let it go. Play on. We've got a gesture in the commentary box now. One of the old faces of 6-down touch in South Africa. As we take a break and play here, one of the old faces in six-town touch, resides in Cape Town. One of the grandfathers of six-town touch, Mr. Leggett. Leggett, welcome. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing there, my brother?
Yeah, very, very good.
I actually just came for some shade.
You're more than welcome to sit here.
Welcome to
I don't know.
We'll sort that out now. Sharon, just keep talking.
So, Leggett joining us here from Western Province. Just your thoughts on what the boys want to achieve now in this game?
I think playing in scouting is never easy. But I think we'll probably pull through this one unscathed. And if I look at it, both sides with some talented youngsters, I think guys that have just come back from the Youth World Cup. So they basically, and I mean, having played the Natal guys and some of the Easterns boys, they actually know each other. And it's the reason why I say
quick hands.
it's quite.
You're going to finish it?
Great
Was there a
cover
touch
defence
made?
there. We'll see if the ref
Good
is,
touch, so.
The
ref is
called
happy
him
that the touch
too.
was made. That's great cover defence from Western Province.
Showed a lot of speed to recover there because that winger was flying. Leggett used to run fast like that, eh?
I think it's my shadow.
Oh, wow! That's a great finish. The referee sideline has called it all clear, and that's a great finish by the winger Gauteng, but it must be said it was quite a very good pass there by the Gauteng mid. Leggett, what the importance of having a good pass in the sport?
I've never had a good pass in this sport, you know, so I always try to see who the best players is and then go harder them. So it's the reason why I always tackle you, Calvin, you know, because I always wanted to pick out the smaller ones. You know, and that's why you were the one. But I mean, for me, good pass, you should be having had a good pass. I think comes down to what you do. I remember back in the day when I started to play this game, most of my friends used to, and myself, we used to throw the reverse spin, and it really never worked. And then we went back and we trained ourselves, and today I'm happy to say that I could pass the ball as far and wide as what I can. So it all comes down to training yourself and not waiting.
Absolutely. For those of you who don't know Leggett, he can pass the ball as far as anybody in the game. So it's interesting to hear you say that. You know, when you started out, your technique around your passing wasn't good, but as you said, a lot of time working on that and a lot of time on the training field, and that's, I think, for any touch player, you want to improve your skills. It's not that hard. It's quite simple. You spend time on it. Spend time with the right people. Let them teach you the technique, and then it's just practice, practice, practice. Gauteng driving hard out of their half. Ref signalling touch. What touch count is that, Sharon?
It looks like it's touch 5, so let's see if they can get anything out of their one option that they've got.
It's going for it, breaking through.
Looking to exploit a bit of a gap, but caught very nicely by the Western Province defence.
Leggett, what will Western Province look at doing now from this turnover ball?
Probably just get into like a small piece of exit play, and you'll see rappers coming up and trying to exploit the outside gap now, and also try and do what they do best, try and keep the ball alive.
Absolutely.
That's probably it.
Absolutely.
Funky. You know, everything down to point, and I can smell something coming up here.
A lot of good ball
One
players.
of the great passes.
That's a great step.
He
looks like he's in. Is he in? The referee's saying no touch. Referee's just confirming with the defender. Was there a touch? No, there wasn't. That's a great step shown by the number. Was that a number 12?
Tariq Albertus also just came back from the Youth World Championship.
That's Tariq. It's a great step. I think he stepped 2 players on his way to the try line, and none of them getting close to him. I think what important there was the strike dump. Was on the right players, creating the space, getting the ball off the deck, and then allowing him the space to express himself with a sidestep.
So Gauteng opting to drive up the middle, see if they can draw some defenders in and then send it wide. Still doesn't look like they've got much momentum going at the moment. See if we can try and change that.
Looks like it's on the outside. Oh, pass just going wide. The ref has called a forward pass. I I think that came from the sideline. So just a score update: Western Province 2, Gauteng 1. How long has the game been going on for, Sharon?
We're only 10 minutes into the first half, so
So
we've still got a bit of time.
First quarter of the game done, and we've got quite an interesting game ahead. Close game, 2-1. Both these boys' teams will definitely do everything they can to win this game. It is hot out there as well. They'll be feeling it without a doubt. As I said earlier, the air conditioner in the commentary box is also broken, so Leggett, myself and Sharon are sitting in here, and we're also feeling the heat.
Oh, looks
It's a
like
good.
Gauteng got a penalty,
Right.
weren't able to capitalise on it, and now it will be a Western Province ball to drive it out.
Absolutely. They've made an error. Was good defence to force the turnover, but unfortunately for Western Province, they've made an error. They get the importance of exit play.
You gotta be very, very clinical, and especially if you watch top teams and top players in this game. They make sure that they always play it the right way. So for me, we've had this great exit play from a Western Province point of view, trying to get it executed at the right spacing, right timing. You know, the runs, everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
And at this present moment, it doesn't look like it's working. And you just have to stick to it until it works and make it work.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise, it just becomes a nightmare when you go into finals day tomorrow.
Absolutely. Territory is a big, important part of this game of touch, and exiting away from your line towards the opposition line is something you want to have a very low percentage, low risk pattern to get you out and to get you all the way to the other line and get the other team running backwards. They're exiting quite well now. That's a dump. Need runners running on. Gauteng's doing well to send shooters up to try disrupt the momentum. Sharon, would that be something that they would train on in training?
Definitely, especially at the high pace that the guys play at. You want to try and slow down the momentum as much as possible. So they send up a couple of shooters with a few pockets, hoping to just slow down their rolling play as much as possible.
Absolutely. Game really hanging in the balance here. Western Province with the ball. Tap ball for a penalty offence. Looking at an S.
This is where
The
Western
cut
Province
back.
is very dangerous.
Dump on the ball. There's a runner running off. He's going for it. I can't see.
Forward pass.
Is he called for a forward pass?
Looks like ref has awarded the
Forward
forward
Forward pass. Gauteng's. That should be Gauteng's ball. Gauteng
Got
looking at coming up.
Ernest as our referee here, and his wife on the sideline.
Yes.
Married couple goals from the referee.
Ernest and his wife reffing together. Cindy. They've been involved in touch for a long time. Very experienced players. I've no doubt they'll handle this game. Very, very experienced referees. Know the rules very well, so I think the game's in good hands.
Also been quite influential in Eastern's development, taking the reins over there. They've done a wonderful job with the juniors. You can see by the numbers that they get every year.
Absolutely.
So good job to them.
Absolutely. Ernest, coaching director at Eastern's last year, for the last 2 years before this one, and then we're just blessed to have a guy like Ernest who's so passionate about touch, and then handing over to a guy like Tristan who's equally passionate as our new coaching director, and we're thankful. Tariq going for it again. Is he over?
It's Mui's diamond.
That's done.
It looks like tries being awarded.
Trial's been awarded. A great piece of individual play there again, Leggett.
I think it's touch box versus touch box here, and I think we just got one over. Was it Tati?
Okay,
They just got one over.
so two teammates. Leggett's just informed me. Two teammates from the Springbok squad there, one-on-one versus each other, and one attacker stepped his teammate. Was it Tariq again?
Moise Diamond.
Oh, okay, Moise. Very brilliant from Moise. Great step.
Province being smart there, just cutting off the long pass.
Long ball over the top. Can he finish? Touches made. Good cover defence by Western Province winger. Leggett, just going back to that individual step, that individual brilliance. Do some players have it more than other players, or is it something that is also trained and worked on, like a pass, or is a step something that is a genetic thing? What is your thoughts on that?
Looking at me, it's definitely a genetic thing. Gotta come from a very talented family. His brother actually cracked his ankle yesterday, but also performing one of those great steps that they have. So he's in crutches at the present moment.
Oh, jeez, man.
But like Moise, you know, very talented. Also came back from Youth World Cup and then went into play in the senior rugby side at his rugby club. Also doing very well there, playing wing fullback, just caving and carving up anyone and everyone that is in front of him.
Good to hear. It looks like a good touch made in the corner for Gauteng. Just turnover ball. And Leggett, when's the last time you performed a side step like that?
I think I was sleeping one night on my 21st birthday. That was it. And that's many moons ago, eh? Calvin, man, I can't do it like you do it.
Jeez,
I know, in a couple of weeks ago, I saw you do it on the dance floor. So yeah, you still have it.
I think the dance floor is different to the touch field. I think sometimes I move better on the dance floor than on the touch field. Turnover ball. Leggett, just a quick one while we have you here. How long have you been involved in this sport? Since what year?
I think it was 1997.
There we go. So out of all the people we've interviewed in this commentary box, Leggett, you now hold the record for the longest servant of touch rugby that we've had in this commentary box over the weekend so far. 1997. Wow. So you will be able to answer a lot of the questions. When did the sport start?
Sport started in 22nd of December. I'll never forget that date. That's also my birthday. 1994 was the first time that SA Touch registered. They also went to the 1995 World Cup, where they were playing with a bunch of guys, that time out of Marties and Stellenbosch, by the legends of this game, Garth McIntosh, Stu White. Those were the guys that then moved over to play six down. Also, for me, the fathers of the game. They brought it here. I am very much privileged to have competed against and played with that guys.
Absolutely.
And for me, that is
absolutely
some of my greatest memories that I'll never take away from the sport. So yeah, that was it. And 1994, I do believe that I still have the documents of that.
Brilliant, man.
Minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a fantastic story. 22nd of December 1994, Touch was born in South Africa. We just got confirmation of that. But Leggett, I think a big congratulations to you. I mean, that's over 20 years of service in the sport, and you're still going. You're still heavily involved. You're still involved at any opportunity you have. You're up here at another juniors RPTs. You're involved with the over 30s squads. You're involved in the development of the sport all over the country. So I think just from myself, and I think Sharon, you agree. A big well done to you for your service in the sport, man.
Always love to be at tournaments. There's nothing like RPT.
Looking forward to the next 20 years, Legs.
I don't know. Maybe if Tabu resigns. Nah, I'm great with Ahmed. It's actually fun. I mean, there's nothing like RPT. Karate, no other sport come close to an RPT. And I mean, it's very tough competition when it comes to seniors.
Absolutely.
I think I'm not being biased, but I've got to say this, I'm Calvin, that I think we lead you by a very minimal margin as the after party king. I don't think anyone in the country come close to Western Province and Eastern Gauteng when it comes to that, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. The
Very minimal.
the after party is a whole event on its own. After an RPT event. So with RPT is a lot of touch being played over 3 days, and then after the RPT we have a lot of after partying, which carries on sometimes for 2 days. But yeah,
And to reiterate, this only happens at seniors.
This only happens at seniors. Yeah, a lot of music, a lot of dancing, and 1 or 2 beers.
And I
at
think
seniors.
that's also where the friendship comes from, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where friends get made, so yeah, always great.
Gauteng looking at driving out, but unfortunately making an error, stepping outside the field of play. Western Province with the ball.
Not much longer to play in this half. Looks like Western Province have been dominating the drives, keeping Gauteng on the back foot. They're going to have to work hard in the second half.
Absolutely. Leggett made mention of the there's nothing quite like an RPT, and you have to really be here to experience it. The energy and the passion that goes on the field, and the amount of hard work. And as the halftime hooter goes there, it really is something that you actually got to be here just to feel it. The type of energy and passion that these players put in at juniors, and I think even more so at seniors. It really is a spectacle. So definitely, if you haven't experienced it, whoever's listening out there, come join us. Get hold of your local touch association. Whether you're in the Cape, you get hold of Western Province Touch Association, Western Cape's down there, Gauteng Touch Association up here, and Eastern's Touch Association. Guys, follow us on Facebook, follow SATA, and send it out, share it, and let's grow this beautiful sport. That is half time. We'll be taking a quick break, and we'll be back with you for the second half. Thank you. And welcome back to the second half. Western Province under 19 boys versus Gauteng under 19 boys. Second half's underway. Gauteng with the start. Taking 2 touches into the middle. Drifting to the link with a cutback play. Dump down. Runner coming on. Looking to really take advantage of the kickoff of the field position. It's a penalty to Gauteng. So they've got 6 touches yet to attempt to put something together on the line. That's a good dive, but surrounded by defenders. The referees spotted that. I think there was at least 2 touches on that attacker on that dive. I'm still joined by Leggett in the commentary box, and also Sharon joining us for the second half. Sharon, how was half-time break?
Short. Short but entertaining as always. Western Province going into this half leading 3-1.
That's a good bit of skill by the Gauteng player, just with the flick on. He saw the defender was on him and he actually flicked it. That's a bit of quick thinking there, Leggett.
Western Province doing what they do best in driving, and unfortunately I've spoken too soon.
You've spoken too soon, commentators curse. And again, we spoke about the importance of exit play, and that must be your bread and butter, low risk, low percentage touch, where you just want to get your yards, get your territory, get to the opposition line. Unfortunately, Western Province not able to do that. Gauteng again with another opportunity on the line. They need to take advantage of this.
Yeah, I've got quite a few senior players in the field, so it'd be interesting to see what they do with their opportunity now that they approach the line.
It's a good step. He's going for it. Looks like a touch. Looks like touch has been made.
Western Province covered defence has had the wings all wrapped up so far in the game. But Gauteng is still on the attack.
The ref has called that ball is down. Leggett, better exit play required from Western Province in this turnover.
Most definitely, and I think the senior players will now take offense to what has happened before this with the youngsters on, and that is exactly what you see now. Tariq and Muiz on, and then also Hassan, who's been at it for some time.
The referee has seen something.
Forward pass.
He's seen a forward pass, so was that forward off the deck?
Yes, forward of the deck.
Tap ball.
Referees have definitely been strict on that at this IPT. It's a bad habit that some of the players have gotten into and gotten away with it for many, many years. It's actually quite good to see it being stamped out.
Absolutely. Good momentum being built from Gauteng. He's trying to beat him on the outside. It looks like he's in there.
It's a good dive in the corner.
Is he given the try? The referee's given the try.
He's there to say. Also another ISA player just came back from the touch with Youth World Cup.
Brilliant. It was a
good dive, good step outside, 2 step outside. And
there was a good finish. Leggett, just take us through that individual. He was one-on-one with his defender. It seemed like he stopped his defender and then sort of went on his outside. Take us through the technique behind that.
I think I could do the goose step better than the step. It was basically just moving your body and take it from there. But yeah, good work, Uzair.
Absolutely. I think with the little shimmy, it just creates a little bit of hesitation in the defender's mind. It's a good flick pass, but unfortunately not going to anyone. Just creating a little bit of hesitation and forcing the defender to react to your movements. So just stopping the defender and then going on his outside with a good technique on the goose step, good technique on the dive, and a great try. Gauteng now looking to get out of their half. Western Province sending shooters up to try to disrupt the play. The referee has called that the Gauteng player didn't control that. There is also a responsibility for the attacking players to protect the ball, to look after the ball, because that touch there was by no means physical. It was just a straight touch, and the attacking players must look at protecting the ball. It's a good dummy and dive by Western Province play over there.
That is the 2 guys currently on the field now at mid, Fabrice Niamana, first and Kluti. They've been at it for many years together on mid partners. Actually also got representation with the South African national side. So let's see what they can bring to the party here.
It's a dump off the deck. He's looking at diving it in. The referee is, what was that call?
But it wasn't dummy off.
I'm not sure what the call was there. The ref is sending Gauteng player off. I think for chirping or dissent.
Yeah, definitely something that we don't encourage in the game. Didn't seem to agree with the referee's call, and unfortunately it's just one of the things you have to deal with. Make do and move on, and if not, you get sent to the naughty chair.
The naughty chair, I like that, Sharon. That looks like a, is there a touch being claimed there? Touch was claimed. Again, a good diving technique.
So in terms of sending in touch rugby, we have a forced sub situation where your sub partner can come onto the field in your place and you have to cool off for 2 minutes. And then if you do something a bit more serious, then you'll find that you'll play one man down for the time that the ref allows.
Absolutely.
We don't really have cards in touch. One would argue that we actually don't need it because we play quite a disciplined sport.
Absolutely. So a long pass there, unfortunately not going to hand. So that ball was down, which would in normal circumstances be a turnover, but the referee has brought the play back for a penalty offence on the line, probably an offsides. Western Province taking the ball back a few steps to allow them space to attack. I believe that is touch one. Leggett, will Province try to get the best out of some of their strike players in a situation like this?
The hurricane is now. Let's see what they have to. It's all sequence play, trying to hold.
Oh, well done.
Trying to hold up players. What a great. I mean, the two of them, I think they were born together. They're like family.
Awesome.
They've played rugby, cricket together from a very, very young age. They know each other very, very well. Come from the same background, and you can, same family, same friends.
Was that the try scorer there?
And that was try scorer historical purpose. Ball held up by East Diamond.
Brilliant! What a brilliant try! I mean, the ball player number 10, he wound up like he was going to go for the long ball, and then with a short runner coming in with a pop pass, so the defenders went for the long. They were already looking long, and the short pass was on. And in the end of the day, what an easy try! It looked too easy, Sharon.
It's actually beautiful to watch. Very well executed.
That's a great dive. I believe that'll be a try.
It's a great try.
Gauteng responding immediately from the start. Fantastic finish. Fantastic finish. Who is that, Sharon? Do you know?
I didn't see who scored the try there. Oh, that's Ntokozo. We affectionately call him NTK. Played for the mixed at seniors this year. Seems to have settled in quite nicely into the men's game.
NTK, what a brilliant try. Good dive. Score update.
4-3.
4-3.
Looks like Province have just
Province looks like they've just scored a try again, responding. This game's opening up nicely. Try given. That takes the score to 5-3 to Province. Gauteng will not be happy that they've conceded straight after scoring. But I mean, geez, Leggett, this game seems like it's opening up now.
Last 20 is always the best 20.
Absolutely.
Always keep something in the bin there. I think both sides will take out. I don't think that was the last try though. I think we're going to see some more. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Stay
Let's
tuned,
see what has
folks.
happened.
Yeah, this game's really just opened up. Getting really exciting now. Again, as I mentioned earlier in the day, first half is about teams feeling each other out. And the second half of the game really sort of starts to open up.
It's nice to see Gauteng making it to the line. There were a few drives that didn't quite go their way.
It looks like he's in there.
Probing.
He was dummy off.
Because he's got referees rightly called. That was a dummy half. So that will be a turnover ball, a roll ball, and 6 touches to Western Province. What is our time there, Sharon?
So we're about 9 minutes into the second half. Still got quite a bit to play.
We're in for a treat for the next 11 minutes. Leggett, what are you expecting from the Western Province boys over the next 11 minutes?
Just to keep the ball alive as much as possible. And
it's great play. Wowee, that's fantastic play by Western Province.
That is the captain, Michael Rousseau,
Well,
just came back from Youth World Cup, so again a good run by 6. Yeah, great work again by Moise, and I think putting up the pressure. I don't know if the altitude is catching up to Gauteng or something, but I think the Province Bush would probably turn it up in the next 10. And
absolutely, and Leggett was talking about keeping the ball alive. Something, as he was saying, at Province were doing that. The ball from the dump, it was straight up off the deck with hard runners coming on. The Gauteng defence could not recover in time, and that caused a space to open up on the wing, and good with some speed, a good finish out on the wing. So, but it looks like Gauteng's responded straight away. They've scored a try. Jeez, man, the game's really opened up. What a fantastic game to be a part of.
Yeah, it seems like they had a small lapse in concentration there. Their defence kind of opened up and allowed Western Province to sneak in. Looks like they've regathered and the subs have come on and produced some magic. Absolutely.
We've got the score now at 6-4. Game on. Still lots of time left. Anybody's game. Province aren't going to sit back and defend that lead. They are going to go look at scoring again, I can tell you that much. If Leggett has anything involvement in the Province team, they will attack. Hey, Leggett.
That's all we want.
It's going for it. All right. Good turn of speed. Good dummy, good show and go. But good defence as well from the Gauteng defender.
Western Province playing a beautifully flowing game. It's absolutely magical to watch. This becomes a spectator's dream, getting to watch games like this. Raining tries, and it's of a high quality as well.
Oh wow, has he got him? Is he claiming a touch? He's claiming a touch. It was a good piece of defence, and again with that same move, sort of with the short runner coming around the corner, with the defence already sort of marking the outside players. There's definitely some space there. That seems like a hard touch. He's going to be forced sub for that. It's going to be a tap ball for Gauteng. Mark's been given by the ref. Gauteng charging forward. Referee just having a word with the players, just to calm it down for a little bit, and he wants to just have a word. He's had a word with both players there, just to say, just calm it down. It's a competitive game. It's been a good game so far. We don't want tempers to boil over. Again, these are young men who really want to win. They've been putting in a lot of effort into training. They've been training probably 10 to 12 weeks of training. Long pass coming here. Just couldn't take it. Leggett, the effect of altitude on a pass, does it play a role?
Lovely. I love playing in Joburg. Goes a bit further and stays in the air a bit longer. So I just love that.
Penalty awarded back to Gauteng. Around the
a couple of guys with some great skill here.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens, what Gauteng have.
So as Sharon said there, it's a penalty for around the ruck. You're not allowed to go around the ruck. You're interfering with the flow of the attacking team. So it's a very strict area of the game that gets refereed. And Gauteng looking to take advantage of that. Gauteng with a long pass again. Looks like he's going for the line. Sharon, what have you seen there?
Looks like he was a bit short and covered well from West Province.
And a fumble there. Just as Leggett was saying, the effect of altitude on the pass, the thinner air, the ball definitely travels a lot further. You can pass the ball a lot further. The hang time in the air is a lot longer. As we can see, some of the passing on display here with the skip passes, the balls, some beautiful passing on display from these guys. They're really skillful players. Unfortunately, as I say that they're skillful players, there's another fumble.
This game can definitely expose your weaknesses. It's a very neat game because it's played at speed, so at this level your passing has to be incredibly accurate, your catching has to be on point, and if not, you're going to get exposed in this type of game.
Absolutely. Running in again, playing off the deck, looking for a quick ball. Is he through? Long pass to the wing.
Out to the wing, but he has been covered well.
He's been covered, touch is made. Turnover ball. Gauteng looking to keep Province in their half, but Province doing well to spread the ball, looking to get to their sub box. That's good exit play. That's good exit play by Province. Successfully getting to their exit box. Three touches on the halfway line. That's what you want to get. That's touch 4. They'll have one more touch to attack and they'll try put something together here. That is now touch 5 and last. Ball is in play. Intercept pass, and he's been touched. The referee has called a touch and pass. That's touch 1. Gauteng looking to get back to the Province line. Touch 2. Touch 3. Good communication. Good subbing coming on by Gauteng. Touch 3. They've managed to go from their line.
There's a 7 on the field.
That's ineffective subbing by Gauteng. They had 7 people on the field. The refs will adjudicate that very strictly. You're not allowed to have 7 players on. You can only... They've still got 7 on. There seems to be confusion. Even some of the parents are doing some counting for the Gauteng players. Sharon, is there something you want to tell us?
I guess we're just very passionate up here on the high field. It's about 4 minutes left of play. Seems to be stagnating a little bit. Western Province are still enjoying a lead.
Absolutely. Good hands. That's a great try.
And just as I say, it's stagnating. They help to bring it back up with another try.
Absolutely. That's a fantastic try. Again, playing the short pass coming around. The defender actually read it this time, but the short runner had another player running onto the ball into space. So Leggett just...
I do believe that I think that try should go down to the team, because that was a problem from the team. You know, 7 on the field, you could chase back. You know, they were driving out nicely, 7 on, then get to your try line and concede. And just another error, and you could see them. You're not going to stop this blue and white coming now with a couple of drives. Get up to the line. It's going to be very powerful now. And players will get frustrated. I mean, that is the change and the greatness of this game. That it can change from you being 4-1 or 4-0 down to you leading the game 5-4 in 2-3 minutes play. You know, so that is the greatness of this game.
Absolutely.
So again, a team performance like this, the last minute has not been great for Gauteng, and now they find themselves back on the receiving end of maybe conceding another one.
Absolutely. Leggett, what I've noticed with the Western Province players is that there's a lot of players running hard lines off of the ball on attack, especially on line attack. What is important in your opinion as a coach, experienced coach, in terms of running onto the ball, running the hard lines, and the difference that makes on an attack?
For us, I think we pride ourselves on our drives, and I love working on drives because that is actually what gets the best out of us. You know, and for me, the most important thing there is to be part of the structure that a coach put in place. And if you don't have a driving play, you don't have that exit plays, I don't see the team doing well. And we've got a couple of runners that individual brilliance of driving, passes, steppers, and then we get a couple of utility guys. So we've got 2 utility guys at the present moment that can do all 3 of the important stuff where touch is concerned. And then the rest are all, like they say, we select them as forwards and we select them as backline players. And that is basically how we go about selecting our province sides. You know, and that's the reason why we love picking a couple of bigger guys just to do the driving plays for us. And when the small ones are on, you don't see them build up the momentum. But when you see the bigger guys come up, you get the momentum, as you'll see from them coming up now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good awareness of space there, just getting the ball out, keeping the ball alive. Province looking at keeping the ball alive, looking to finish the game strong, and he's into space there. Good defense, good diving touch by the Gauteng player. Referee's bringing it back. Referee bringing it back.
Really into the final moments of the game. It'd be nice for Gauteng to end on a high. There's one touch
Long
left.
skip pass. The hoot is gone. This will be the last touch. It's a touch there. The ref has blown, has signalled the end of the game. What a fantastic game. The spectators on the side are applauding. Final scores. Final score 7-4 to Western Province. What a close game, but Western Province really the second half and especially the last 10 minutes scoring 2 to 3 quick tries in quick succession, and that really sort of just pulled the game away from Gauteng.
Calvin, I do believe that this will probably be the final tomorrow. So
Okay.
it was a great game to watch, and I think Gauteng's got some work to do tonight to pull off, to get some revenge back tomorrow in the final. So I do believe we just witnessed the men's 19th final. So it's going to be some fun happening in that last game tomorrow.
Awesome. So these two teams will look forward to probably playing each other again tomorrow in a knockout. And as Leggett said, Gauteng will do some homework tonight, and they won't change too much around their gameplay. They will change one or two technical aspects, and those technical aspects, so one or two little things can have the biggest impact on the game and could actually turn the game around in their favour. And then just on the other side, Western Province will also look at improving a lot of the things that they did and didn't do. So both teams will do their homework tonight. Sharon, what do you make of the game?
Absolutely phenomenal game to watch. Very happy. I think we can just wish both teams good luck going forward in the tournament, but excellent work by Western Province.
Good game though, eh?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got Ernest who just reffed the game. Ernest, how was it reffing that game on the field?
Quite good, eh? Boys' discipline is actually quite good. It's always a tough game to ref under 19s because it gets physical, but I enjoyed it. Good fun.
Absolutely, and I think well done to you. I think you reffed a good game. You kept the ball. You kept the game alive. You kept the game flowing. So that's one of the better games you've reffed, because usually I've seen you ref and it's not that good. So, but one of your better games, I'd say. Definitely.
I think from our side, you'll probably see. I want to say thanks to Sportsers and to Ruben smiling at us. Is that I don't think I've got to go back and to do some homework now. I also didn't need someone to record this game, so we'll go back and then start grabbing the information that we want from there. So very, very thanks to Sportsers.
Oh, absolutely. It's a big shout out to Sportress. Just from a coaching perspective, it's absolutely golden to have the games taped on and have that footage available. And usually the coaches struggle to get around the field with the camcorder, and they have people crossing over, and the quality of the footage isn't great. So just a big shout out to Sportress. They've got a tower set up here. That's where the games are recorded from. And we're getting really good footage. So as a coach, like Leggett says, it's awesome for him to go back and review that footage. Just a big thank you to Leggett, the longest servant in touch that we've interviewed here over the last 2 days, 1997. Leggett,
Thanks,
thank you.
Calvin. I only just came here for some shade.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for chatting. Sharon,
Appreciate it.
thank you to you too for your time. I know you.
Thanks for the opportunity. It was a lot of fun.
I know you're quite a popular figure around these parts of the world, and people want to get a piece of you all the time. Some of your players, your fellow coaches, and you're quite a popular figure in touch, always smiling and having a good time.
Well, thank you. I'll do what I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got.
Ek dink
Okay,
jy
we're
het
back, we're back.
Daar nie een
We're back online, Cindy.
Dadelik was direk na iemand geskoor het.
You need to get this guy doing this all the time. Yes, you can.
On. Now we're on now, eh? We're on live. We're live here. We're keeping it live. We're letting it roll. You know, it's just a lot of action taking place here. Sunday afternoon. The sun's going down. It's fantastic. We've got another game of touch coming up here. Last one of the day. Ernest just getting off the field. Let's give the man some water. He looks like he's about to die of dehydration. But well reffed, Erno.
Thank you.
We got the vet, our cameraman. A big shout out to you, the vet. He's just giving me a thumbs up. And Jean-Michael. I think the vet just took over from Jean-Michael. Jean-Michael's been standing in the hot sun all day. Jean-Michael, how are you feeling? Do we need to get you a rehydrate or something? You good? Okay. And then we've got Shelley, who sits behind the laptop all day, making sure that she's pulling her tongue at me now, making sure that that I behave, and making sure that our production is online, that the feed is live, that we are recording, that the sound's working from a technical point of view. So a big shout out to all of those, the crew, and to Ruben, who's coordinating this whole thing. Ruben Fenter put a lot of effort, a lot of equipment out here, and but I think it's worth it. It's worth having these games taped, having it live, and yeah, getting. I don't know how I ended up here behind the mic, but here I am talking and just keeping going. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this. Sometimes it feels like I'm speaking to myself, like now.
Thank you for commentating.
Thank you to me for commentating. It's a pleasure. But follow us at Sportrust. Go on the Sportrust on Facebook. Go to Eastern's Touch Association. Go, just give us a follow. Go to SATA. Sportrust.com. All live results are fed onto that website. Top try scorers as well. A lot of effort goes into keeping the scores as up to date as we can. As soon as a game is done, the referees sign the scorecards, and those signed scorecards go straight to the control room, the referees' control room, where then they put the scores. The scores get made official. They put it to the log system, and then we work off that system and feed it straight onto Sportrust. And that's why we are up to date all the time. Yeah. So Sportrust, two ladies teams. It's Eastern's ladies versus Gauteng ladies. Age group is under 15 B teams. B team playing B team. This will be a competitive game, a close game. Some good space made down the wing there by the Eastern's player. Good long pass there and a good catch. Sun going down here, beautiful Sunday afternoon. Gauteng with the ball and not making use of that possession, throwing it away. Unfortunately, just rushing it a little bit. Good pass, good catch. And the 15 girls, big focus goes on their handling, their passing and the catching and the dumping, just to get those basics in touch from a young girl's point of view. Passing, catching, dumping. Once you have those basics, then we start training on the more technical stuff, gameplay, where to dump. Also from a defensive point of view, just making sure that the girls are in the right line, sticking together, defending as a unit and as a team, and not defending as individuals is one of the first cornerstones of building a defensive structure as a team. Gauteng driving out. Good hands. Good dump. Good hands off the deck. Unlucky with the fumble. It was good play by the Gauteng ladies. Just unlucky not stringing the passes together, the phases together, I should say. It was a good shoot by the Gauteng defender, just covering the attacker's space. It's a good pass, yes. Yeah, good dump. Territory in this game will be important. That's a good run by number 6. Quite a fast player, good acceleration. Good hands. Touch is called there. Can I have some water, Charles? Jeez, it's hot, Jay. Oh, is it? Thank you. Turnover ball, Gauteng's ball. Unfortunately, a fumble there for Gauteng. Good skip pass. Nice to see under 15 ladies throwing skip passes, Ernest.
Yeah, always good, Calv. It shows that they start from young, eh? Most of them can pass further than you, Calvi.
Absolutely, yeah. No, that's a fact. I stopped passing about 2 years ago. I just catch and dump and score occasional try, but
yeah.
oh, that too. I think that stopped a year ago.
Defend as well on the line, especially very low on the line.
Yeah, and some good line defense touches. As Mart just entered into the commentary box. Ruben found out on Wednesday night. A good, nice, low touch, just to let him know that I am here. I am playing. The defender's there, and just a little hello, Ruby.
Yeah.
How are you?
Still have the bruise on my face. But
I don't know if that was from me, Rubes, but anyway. Ruben in the commentary box now. He is the reason why this broadcast is taking place. Whether you're listening to us live now, or 2 years from now, you might go onto YouTube, watch this
one
game.
day when the world ends, you might be able to
might be 2020.
Watch a touch game before the world ends.
And you tune into this game, you'll be hearing us. The reason why, in the future, that you're watching this game, the 2020 you, the reason why you're watching it in 2020 is because of Ruben. He's put this whole thing together. Ruben and Sportrist feeding the games live onto the live YouTube feed. Will also be available on Sportrist, hey Ruben?
Yeah, that's right. So just head on over to sportrist.com. Right next to, if you go to the tournament, right next to the scorecard, you'll see a little camera. If you click on that camera, it'll show you the live stream.
Absolutely, it's a good sidestep by the number 2. It looks like she's through. No, she's not. There's a touch there. Eastern seem to be camping on the Gauteng line. Just are not able to finish it off, and fumble there by the wing. Gauteng desperately looking to try get out of their half, but Eastern's doing well to keep the players in their half.
I think in context, this is actually a very big game for both of these sides. Teams always like, B teams that are entered into a tournament always like competing with the other B teams as well. And it's definitely one of the bigger games that they'll have over this weekend.
Absolutely. The number 6 from Easton's looks like a lovely player. Yeah, she looks very lively.
Kanisile.
She's got the ball now. Sorry, what's her name, Ruben?
Kanisile Kanye.
Absolutely brilliant player, one for the future.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of these B team girls are girls that probably just started playing touch rugby this year or maybe the year before, and you can see like a lot of raw talent running around on the field. They definitely need some experience, and SATA only recently opened this tournament up for B teams and C teams to also participate, also pushing the numbers in touch rugby. So these kids getting that provincial experience
absolutely
helps a lot for the growth of the game and the growth of the players as well.
Absolutely, that's a great dummy and go. Bar number 6.
Oh,
she looks like she's rounded them. She looks like she's in.
Oh,
unlucky. That was
just lost the ball there.
That was a great run.
That should be a touch, yeah.
That was a great run. She dummied the one Gauteng player around the outside of the wing, and but must be said, great defense by the Gauteng under 15 girl.
Never say die. Never say die.
The referee has blown a forward pass, and that will be a penalty, and another opportunity for Gauteng to exit.
Nice chasing by Tanika there. Number 7 on the eastern side. Setting up the drive in the middle of the field here is Gauteng. Getting some momentum going forward. Oh, nice step there. There we go. Mapule Makizi hitting some space there. Number 4 from Gauteng.
Gauteng finally out of their half, and now looking to put some pressure on the Easterns team and look at trying to get a score. 0-0 here between the two under-15 teams.
So it's a gritty first half here. Both teams trying to get on the scoreboard. Trying to get the lead in this all-important game for them. Oops. Just a bit of a fumble there. No momentum, but static play in the middle of the field.
Gauteng with the ball. Ball to ground. Easterns will look at Eastern ladies will look at trying to come out and get some territory here. It's now their turn. It seems Gauteng's putting them under pressure to keep them in their half, and they're returning the favour. It seems like with the territory pressure, just trying to keep the ladies in their half. Gauteng did well to eventually get out of their half, and now they want to make sure that they stay. But that's a good break.
Fantastic.
It's a very wow, that's a little bit of a goose and she's rounded her. What a great run there by number 2. What do you make of that sidestep, Ruben?
Oh, fantastic. If you initially you thought she was going to run sideways the whole time, just straighten up, get some nice yards there, get the run going, get some momentum.
Absolutely.
There we go, another one. They're just slipping that first touch every time.
Absolutely. What Easterns will try to do is to keep Gauteng in their half. They should be sending defenders up. They should not wait for them.
Touch and straight back. Yes, well done. Some good momentum building here for Gauteng until the subs come on.
Actually, shit that you're not here tomorrow.
Back to the game. It's a fumble. Just a bit of miscommunication there. Just parents on the side here are egging their players on. Very proud moment.
Very passionate.
Very proud moment for the parents. Oh, it looks like there's a breakaway try here. Oh no, wait, hang on. The referee's brought it back for a touch.
All 4 fields are under 15 Gauteng girls, eh?
That's good.
Al 4 velders en 15 Gauteng meisies.
Just back to the parents, you know, must be a proud moment for them watching their 14, grade 8, 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old girls, daughters, representing, getting provincial colours, representing their province. Proud moment for the parents, Roops?
Most definitely, yeah. I think, as the parents always say, they get old so quickly, they grow up so quickly, so you have to grab the moment and come and watch them play, support them on the side of the field, shout at the ref, shout at the coach. I'm joking. But the parents are very passionate, and it's fantastic to see.
Absolutely. It looks like Gauteng have gotten away with the try there, but wait, the ref has said that is not a try. The parents to my right seem to think it was definitely a try. But it's a penalty.
The parents on the other side of the field, however, don't look like it was a try.
Good defence by Eastern so far, but they are under pressure here. They won't be happy with being pinned back on their line. They will want that ball, and they'll want to work out of their half.
Yeah.
They've got the turnover now.
Looks like it. Tap ball, so they'll be able to take about 10 yards or so on the first touch, which helps a lot for your momentum. See the players that originally start playing when they still in their first few years or first few games
Looks like
that
he's
they've
into
played.
some space here. That's a great run by the under 15 goal.
They sometimes forget to initiate touches, and they go over the mark and they break the momentum by having to come back to the mark where they were touched. But later on, as you gain more experience, you understand that positionally you want to dump the ball where it's easily accessible for someone to come and pick up. So you kind of make a strategic dump in a way. And that all comes with experience. So I'm sure all of these goals will, in a couple of years' time, have that all waxed.
Absolutely. Touch one there for Gauteng. Good drive. Fresh legs coming on for Gauteng. You see the rappers coming on from the sub box, one after the other. It's good communication. Does take quite a bit of coordination to get that right. It does come down to coaching. They'll spend a lot of time on that, especially at under 15 level, just to make sure that everyone knows where they need to be. Unfortunately for Gauteng, a fumble there. Quick turnover by Easterns, and into some space here. And that's good yards there taken by the Easterns girls.
The young girls with their flowing locks always trying to get out the way with their hair, because if you get touched on the head, it also counts as a touch. So you see some funny body movements and shapes when they're trying to evade the touches.
Absolutely. A touch on the hair or any part of the body or clothing is deemed as a touch. Yep. in the sport of touch, the 6-down touch, and
sometimes very contentious, because some people don't really feel when you touch them on their clothes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in touches, it works very much on honesty. If a defender claims to have made a touch, 9 out of 10 times that claim will be upheld.
Yeah, absolutely. And because the ref is it tries to be in the best position he can be to best see the game, but unfortunately the ball moves a lot quicker than the man, and the ref is not always able to see every single touch. So there's a lot of honesty that the game gets based on. However, there's quite serious consequences for calling a touch when in fact you did not make a touch, and that term is phrased as a phantom touch. And if a ref does see without a doubt that there was a phantom touch that was called, the player is sent off the field for the duration of the game. It's an immediate dismissal from the field of play. And
play with 5 players.
Play with 5 players, and then on top of that, here goes number 6 again. She looks like she's nearly through, unlucky. And then the resulting after that, a disciplinary hearing where you may in fact actually be banned from playing at a provincial level for a certain period of time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so rather be on the safe side, even if you miss a touch on the line and it's the last touch of a final competition or a final in a competition. Rather just be honest. Say you missed a touch, and that's the way the game should be played in the spirit of the game.
Absolutely.
Gauteng trying to set up ups, dropping the ball about 25 meters out. So Easterns has a chance to get out of their half again.
That looks like that ball is on the floor. No, the referee said it's fine.
Play on.
Play on.
Second touch, I think Easterns would be looking to get some some go forward. That might have been a forward pass. Unfortunately, her dropping the ball. Gauteng looking dangerous here. If they can just get some speed going forward. Now they'd want to be setting it up in the middle. A lot of the attacks get originated in the middle. And that's the half, as you hear the buzzer go.
As the buzzer goes, the ref blows for half-time, and the half-time score is 0-0. A lot of feeling each other out. A few good breaks, but a few good cover touches made by both sides, and we look forward to a second half and hopefully a few tries to come through. So we'll see you in the second half, ladies and gents. Second half underway here. Ladies are playing. I'm called that. Okay, we are live. We love. So, can we have a score update here, please? Under 15Bs, girls against KZN versus Gauteng. It's 0-0. They're playing for territory. Two evenly matched teams here. I've got Kristen from Gauteng back into the commentary box. Thank you for joining us again, Kristen.
Hi guys, nice to be back.
You played quite an intense. Oh wow, she looks like she's through. Is that going to be the first score of the game?
She's made it.
Kristen, that is a player from your association. What is her name?
Number 7. Genesi.
That's Genesi with the try. That's a great try. Showed a lot of speed getting down the wing there.
Yes, it's always nice to have fast wings because when you give a ball, you expect it to be a try. And she clearly finished it off nicely, which is good for Gauteng.
Absolutely. The way that you say that, I'll take that you don't play wing.
No, I'm definitely not a wing. Definitely
It sounds
not
like
quick
you're the
enough.
person to pass the ball to the wing.
Yeah, I play a mid position, so I do distribute it a lot.
Okay.
And I do rely on my wings to catch and give us a try.
Is there any specific mid position you prefer to play, right or left?
No, honestly, I don't mind. Either, they feel the same to me, so
Okay, good.
yeah.
You played in quite an intense game about 2 games ago, was it?
Yes, it was 2 games ago, yeah.
Did
It was against the KZN ladies. The final score was 5-3, which is disappointing for us, but we came back from an 8-1 loss yesterday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's a big margin that we closed.
Okay. So 5-3, you lost by 5-3 is what you're saying
Yes,
today?
yes.
Okay. So you went from 8-1 to today 5-3.
Yes.
And then more than likely going to meet that team tomorrow.
100%. We'll probably meet them in the finals. And we're hoping to close that margin even more and beat them.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
You started at this level, right, under 15?
Yes, correct. My first year under 15 when I was in grade 8. I started in school and then got introduced to Gauteng, and I've been there since.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
I went to Crawford Stanton,
Okay.
and our coach for most of my years was Tabo Matsumi. He's actually the president of SATA.
That's right.
currently,
Newly
yes.
elected SATA President Tabo.
Yes.
He's running around the field here today. He's got his hands full. He's got a 4-year term, and we wish Tabo the best of luck. So that's nice to know. So he was one of your first coaches?
Yeah, he's took me from a very young age, and obviously his game is great. He was great back in his day.
What you're saying, he's not so good now?
He's taken a bit of a hiatus, but I think he is back and trying for the Mixed World Cup.
Awesome.
So we'll see how that goes with him, yeah.
Absolutely. Are your parents here, Kristen?
Yes, my mom's actually here waiting for us to go home, but my dad was here later as well, and my sister's obviously coaching. She's coaching the under 15 boys team.
Oh, do you have an older sister?
Yes, older sister. She's too old obviously to play this junior, so she's
Okay.
coaching.
Is she still playing touch?
Yes, she plays for seniors, and she's also trying out for the Mixed World Cup team.
Oh, fantastic.
Now. Yeah, so she's also still in the game. And then I've got a 9-year-old brother that hopefully will join someday, take up touch rugby with the sisters.
Absolutely. Was that the little boys just standing behind you now?
Yeah, pulling my hair as always, naughty little boys.
Absolutely. Oh, is this your sister?
Oh yes, this is my sister right
Okay,
here.
what's her name?
Introduce her.
What's her name?
Her name's Courtney.
Courtney.
She won't.
Is she the shy one?
She'll never do like speaking or like anything public speaking related.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm actually quite enjoying this.
Yeah. It helps when you got a good commentator helping
Right,
you
asking
along,
good
hey?
questions.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Always helpful.
Hi, my name's Calvin.
Calvin.
Yeah, it's got to your head.
Yeah, I'm very modest. There's an intercept try! Oh my word! Here we go. Will she be caught? She should not look back, she should look forward. Kristen, give us some tips.
Oh, no. She should have zigzagged. You must never run straight. You must zigzag so they can't get you.
Kristen, it sounds like you wanted that try to be scored, even though it was from the other association. Yeah, just take us through that. Or you're just a supporter of good attacking touch play as a whole?
Yeah,
So-
any good touch rugby I'm a fan of.
Okay.
And I'm normally the slowest person, so when I see someone running through, I always cheer them on because I know what being caught feels like.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Kristen, so I think you're selling yourself short. Yeah, you're saying you're a slow player and this and that, but I watched you play and I think you were you were one of the best players on the field in terms of your setup play. I think you set up most of Gauteng's tries. So I think to give credit where credit's due, you had a great game. And where did you learn a lot of this stuff? So you mentioned Tabo, but I mean, you obviously play a lot of touch as well.
Yeah.
And having an older sister, did that help you in terms of just getting to know the game a little bit?
Yeah, 100%, because she's 2 years older than me, so I was always on the sideline watching her while she played touch rugby, so I kind of got the gist of it before I started playing. And then once I did eventually pick up the touch rugby ball, she was always helping me in the backyard, and my dad from a rugby background also teaching me how to pass, teaching me the rules of the game.
Awesome.
Yeah, so when I came into touch, it was quite easy coming into touch, and then obviously Tabo, a very great coach, mentored me. I still come to him for guidance. A lot of other coaches, Stephen Knerson, also part of SATA.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a coaching director of SATA. Shout out to Steve there.
Oh, shout out Stevie, you only got one chance, Steve.
shout out to Stevie.
But otherwise, yes, it's like,
Yeah, no, otherwise, yes, yeah. Games, as the game continues there, Kristen's just got distracted there for a second.
Sorry,
he stood with the ball. Chris, what are you up to this year? You mentioned you're out of school now, so you're 19 years old?
Yes.
What are you doing with your life?
I'm studying at Tux currently in Pretoria.
Okay.
First year.
What are you studying?
It's a really long name, but it's a BSOC Sci, and then it's specializing in industrial sociology and labor studies.
Fantastic.
It's a mouthful, yeah, and I'm really enjoying it, which is nice. And as I mentioned earlier, we play league on Thursdays, and that's with the Northerns men, and they're currently the champions.
Yes.
If you could say gold medal holders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seniors.
Yeah, they won the men's open division. What Kristen's talking about, they won the men's open division at senior RPTs this year, 2018. They are the men's. The best men's team in the country, reigning champions, and that they'll hold that title until next year, senior RPTs again. Kristen, can we expect to see you down at senior RPTs?
Yes, you can. I'll be playing, hopefully, if I make the team, for the ladies team.
I was just about to say, have they selected teams ready?
No. We haven't even started training yet. There hasn't been trials.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully you'll see me down there at seniors, and it'll be very competitive because obviously the World Cup is a month after seniors, if I'm correct.
Yeah. I think about 2 to 3 months after, I think.
Yeah, so everyone will be super
When
fit.
is it? When is World Cup next year?
April.
Okay, Kristen, you're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah, March, April, 1 month.
That won't happen often. Don't worry about that.
So that's a month away. So everyone's going to be super fit, super ready, and it's going to be a tough one, I think.
Absolutely. That'll be your first seniors, will it?
No. I've been playing seniors for quite a while.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I started off in the mixed team, in the mixed division. So I played with the likes of, like a lot of men, obviously.
Steve, obviously, as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Sean Smith. He's also part of SATA, if I'm correct. Sean Smith.
Yeah, we all know who Sean Smith is. Anyone who knows touch rugby knows Sean Smith.
100%. He's been around for ages.
He's definitely involved in coaching systems, coaching a lot of touch rugby, getting a lot of Gauteng's ladies touch. A big shout out must go to both Steve and Sean for setting up the structure,
100%.
the lady structure at Gauteng touch over the years. Hey Ernest, what do you think, just in terms of the lady structure at Gauteng?
Yeah, no, very good. At junior level, they've always been one of the strongest provinces. Always a lot of people in the teams, to have a under 15D team is, like we said, it's all comes from the top. If the structures are right, you can go far. So yeah, Sean and Stevie, Gauteng ladies won seniors this year, correct? and I think it's been a long time coming, and fairly young team also. So we'll see for future.
Absolutely. Gauteng getting another try there under 15 B team, ladies team, getting another try. So now leading the game 2-0. I think from a spectator's point of view, we would want the Easterns under 15 ladies team to score a try, lift their spirits. Kristen's leaving us now. She has to run, and yeah, bye bye. Thanks, Mom. Sister's calling, but mom's shouting at us. She's not shouting at Kristen, she's shouting at me. Does your mom always shout like that?
No, she's very nice. She's a very good supporter.
Is that a way of shouting? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Kristen, thank you for your time, and we'll speak to you soon. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Roof like it, yeah.
Gauteng with the ball. Game seems to have opened up here. Ball gone to ground. Easterns will want to get the ball into play quickly. It's a quick turnover. That's good yards by the Easterns. Joe, geez, it's a 20-meter run. The ref has called over the mark. A quick little flick pass. Another pass there. Oh, good hands. Good skills shown by the Gauteng ladies. It looked like they're calling for a try. The sideline is approaching the on-field ref, and he is saying that it's all clear and they've given the try. That is 3-0 to Gauteng, ladies.
as you said.
Gauteng looking to extend their lead for 3-0. The referee has called a touch and pass. And that will be Easton's tap ball. This is the final game of the day. Girls finishing strong. Under 15 girls all around the fields now. Quite nice to see. Final game of the day. This is where it all starts. It starts at under 15 level junior RPTs. There are some girls who are 12, 11, still in primary school, and yeah, this is where it starts. We spoke to Kristen just now. She's played at a junior World Cup. She's playing senior RPTs, and she would have been one of these girls a few years ago, running around, starting out her touch career here at under 15 level. That's the final hooter. That's the end of the game. The ref has blown into the game. The players will get together in the middle of the field to shake hands, and it's been a long day. Some tired bodies out there. It's emptying out here at the fields. A lot of parents around supporting their kids, but it's been a fantastic day of touch. A lot of good quality touch. I'd say better than yesterday, and now we look forward to tomorrow, where we're going to finals day. So it's crunch time tomorrow. Exciting matches. Thank you for having me, Ruben. Thank you for all your assistance.
Thank you, Calvin. Thanks for
Thank
helping.
you. It's an absolute pleasure. And we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.